presenter will be here at 2:30. So before then, I would like to just speak on some housekeeping matters. So I know that some persons were asking about membership or how to become a member of this wonderful club. So the first thing, you have to attend at least 75% of meetings per semester. If we do an outreach or if we do various outreach projects, then you have to participate in at least one of those outreach projects, and with dues. Now, we do have an NCB account, which would facilitate bank transfer. And we're thinking of doing a Dropbox for persons who, aren't so tech savvy or aren't able to do the NCB bank transfer. So I will speak to you guys more on that Dropbox. However, dues, we were thinking to pay it monthly because, doing a Dropbox and you guys going up to UA every week or doing a transfer every week may be a bit too much for you guys. So dues would be $500 per month. Just pay everything one time if you guys are so inclined to do that. So $500 each month. Or if you really want to do it weekly, as I said, we plan to have a Dropbox where you can go and drop off your money, your dues, and a book for you to sign, or you transfer the amount weekly. The amount weekly would be $125. And then if you're doing it monthly, everything for the 4 meetings would be $500. Okay, guys? So now we'll have an icebreaker, which is led by Odane, to really just get us to just open our minds and just prepare us for the presentation. So Odane.
Hey guys, how y'all doing today?
I'm good.
Looks like my mic is muted because I cannot hear anyone responding. Or is it that everybody else's mic not working and it's just mine alone?
You're not hearing me?
Oh, hello, I hear one, but what about the others?
Okay.
Paula, good day. I'm not doing too bad. And how are you?
As I mentioned earlier, I'm doing fine thus far, really. Working on this, being a student life is really rough, but I have to hang in there. Now, we're going to do a quick icebreaker. Now, well, about 2 actually. Now, while I am here doing this, I am going to need you guys to open your mics and talk to me because I'm going to be throwing out some questions. And the first person to put up their hands, put up their hand and open the mic. When I give the go ahead, you open the mic and you give me the answer if you know the answer. It's pretty simple, nothing, it is really nothing hard, guys. So I need the participation. What do you say, guys? Can we agree to that?
I agree.
Okay, thank you. At least one person agrees. Do I have 2? It's a riddle, guys. We're having a riddle, and then a quick discussion just to reflect. It's not hard. Okay. All right. So I am going to need Denise and Nastasia just to keep an eye. Sorry about that, guys.
Someone is asking you to repeat, please.
Yeah. So what we'll be doing first is a quick riddle. Quick set of riddles. I'm going to throw out some, and whoever knows the answer, you can simply raise your hand on Zoom, and we'll be able to acknowledge you, and you can get a chance to answer. All right. If your mic isn't available, you can also raise your hand, and if you acknowledge you can just post it in the chat. So Nastasia and Nastasia and Denise, just help me looking out real quickly for the hands that are raised, just in case I miss anybody. All right, so the first one. I am someone who likes to help people. I take care of patients' mouth, teeth, and gums. I also use special equipments. Who am I?
Huh?
Cornelius.
Uh, so my answer is dentist. That's my answer.
Who is that?
Kalilia.
Kalilia. Job well done, Kalilia. Someone keeping score? Because I want to say who knows all of these occupations, don't you know? All right, moving on to the next one. So I like to work in an office with other people as well. I type, sometimes I answer phones, sometimes I run a variety of machines. Who am I?
An office administrator.
All right. Close, but not exactly what I'm looking for.
Secretary.
There we go.
Okay.
That was who was that? Oh wow, someone said Josh said call center workout. Oh, okay. That can work as well. Yeah, man, that definitely can work as well. All right. Next up, we have someone who likes to draw. They like to work with people. They select artwork used in books, games, magazines, and posters, etc. Who am I?
Illustrator.
Who is that, man?
Jheanell.
That's it. Oh my, Jheanell, like you remember in high school when you had that book of occupations that had the teacher and all the salary. You have another book of Jheanell?
No, it's just that it's obvious. It said draw and like children.
No man, Jheanell, it sound like you have one of them book there up, man. You can't tell me otherwise. All right, so moving right along. So Paul likes to study oceans. He investigates water depths and chemical makeup of bodies of water.
Want me to answer this or somebody else? I would say marine biologist.
Marine biologist?
Yes.
And what about a marine geologist?
Not what I'm looking for either. All right, going to give one more attempt. And a hint, it's a big word, guys. It's a very big word.
Rahima says oceanographer.
There we go. That is it. An oceanographer. All right, so the next one that we have says, I like to style hair, cuts, shapes, and set hairs. I use scissors, razor, combs, clippers, and hair dryers.
Hairstylist.
All right. I like working with books and people. Lends books to other library materials. Keep records.
Librarian.
All right. Likes to work outdoors and with plants and animals, sorry. I use tractors and plows, and I also supply foods.
Farmer.
Boy, like the confidence chipping, I'm now holding it back. Let me see if I can find a hard one on this. All right, so Peter likes to work with machinery. He makes parts of machines, uses many kinds of tools. What is he?
Engineer.
An engineer.
I knew that one would catch you guys, but no, that's not what I'm looking for.
Mechanic.
That is not it either.
Is it an assembly line worker?
It is not.
Oh.
And I am loving this one because come on, I am giving 3 more attempts real quickly. Anybody get it?
No response in that yet. Rima is asking you to repeat.
Okay, so this one, he likes to work with machineries, makes parts for machines, and uses many kind of tools.
A robotic?
There goes Jheanell in the chat. A machinist, that's who it is. Guys, I don't know
And Rahim as well.
for today, but I found out earlier. So yes, there's something called a machinist, someone called a machinist. Let's use this one to take it home, guys. So likes to study the weather, works with maps, charts, and satellite reports.
Meteorologist.
Yeah.
Watch that. See, sounds like an easy one. All right, so that wraps up it for the first icebreaker. Now we're going to quickly go into a short. Let me just share my screen. And I want you guys to just reflect with this one. Okay, so here it is. This one we're going to call, did you change your mind? All right. All right, so as you can see, it has just some short questions. So it's asking you from the very beginning, when I was going to infant school, I wanted to become a, you know what you wanted to become, or if you remember, when I got to primary school, I wanted to become a, what is there? When I got to high school, I wanted to become a, and now I'm going to university, I will become, and you put the answer there. So about 60 seconds should be enough for you guys to quickly reflect on what was it like for each of you growing up and what you wanted to become in each of these stages. And then we can discuss it depending on what you guys did or what you guys wanted. Starting now.
All right, so while they're thinking, I guess I can probably try give mine. All right, so when I was going to infant school, I wanted to be an astronaut. When I got to, when I got to primary school, I still wanted to become an astronaut. When I got to high school, I wanted to become, I have absolutely no idea. Now I'm going to university, I will become a clinical psychologist.
Oh, look at that. All right, Najani. Anyone else want to go next?
Rahima says my mic doesn't work, unfortunately, so I'll just read what's in the chat. Infant, I didn't know. Primary, bank governor. High school, school, cardiosurgeon. University, forensic psychologist.
Okay, not bad. How
Okay,
about,
so
sorry, continue.
I can go next.
And who is this?
Drake.
Sure, go ahead, Reddy.
Okay, so when I was going to infant school, I wanted to become a princess. When I was going to primary school, prep school actually, I wanted to become a teacher. When I got to high school, I wanted to become a clinical psychologist. And now I'm in university and I will become a clinical psychologist.
Okay. All right. That's nice. I really like the princess ambition in infant school. That was just really amazing. Anyone else wants to go next?
Me, I'll go next. Okay, so when I was going to infant school, I wanted to become a singer. When I got to primary school, I wanted to become a fashion designer, a singer, a teacher, and a criminal defense lawyer all in one.
Okay.
When I got to high school, I wanted to become a criminal defense lawyer. And now I'm going to university, I will become a psychologist.
Okay. That's not
Yeah.
bad. All right. So I feel like I want to hear from Frederica.
Hello, everyone. So when I was in infant school, I wanted to become a doctor. When I was in primary school, I still wanted to become a doctor. When I was in high school, I wanted to be a doctor or a pastry chef or a psychologist. Now I'm in university and honestly, I'm unsure.
Honesty is the best policy, and trust me, Frederica, you're not alone. There are so many of us who are unsure, and in time, I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. Let's see. Who haven't I heard from? Joshua, would you like to share with us today?
Type in the
Oh, Joshua says his mic isn't working. All right. In the meantime, while you type in the chat, I will ask Alexia.
She said her Wi-Fi is unstable, so she can't speak now. But she said, let me read it this way. When I was going to infant school, I wanted to become a teacher. When I got to primary school, I wanted to become a vet or a singer. When I got to high
Okay.
school, I wanted to become a psychologist. Now I'm going to university. I will become a clinical psychologist.
Ooh, I love that. Absolutely love that. All right. No, I will share mine. When I was going to infant school, I wanted to be a teacher because my mother was a teacher. When I was going to primary school, I wanted to be a doctor. When I got to high school, I said, you know what? I'm going to be a neurologist actually. Now I'm in university and I want to be a forensic psychologist. I'm going to be a forensic psychologist. Yes. And that is it from me. Mic is open for one more person to share.
I guess it's my turn. When I was going to infant school, I wanted to become a teacher. When I got to primary school, I wanted to become a lawyer. When I got to high school, I wanted to become a hotel manager or a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wanted to become a writer. And now that I'm going to university, I will become a psychologist.
Okay, lovely stuff. All right. That's it for the second icebreaker, guys. While we're here and speaking about our goals, our ambitions, we have to ensure that for this time period, we work and we put in the work to get to where we want to go. And for most of us, this is not just for those who are doing psychology as their major. This goes for everyone, actually. Um, Before I go into that, I noticed Joshua just sent his responses in the chat. So he says that in infant school, he wanted to be an artist, the ones that draw. Primary school, he wanted to be an artist. The ones that draw, same way. High school, an artist. So he still wanted to draw. I know that he's in university, he wants to be a behavioral psychologist. It's really interesting to see how all this time it was just one thing, like one goal, and then boom, the passion for psychology just hit, and it's like, you know what? Psychology it is. I hope you still draw, Joshua, and I hope you still are doing your thing with your pencils and your coloring and all that. But trust me, passion is passion, talent is talent. Keep it up. All right. As I was saying now, for school, this is something that I somewhere along the line, I think it was one of those late 2 a.m. nights when, the pressures of school and you should be doing some form of assignment that's due in like a couple days time, but you find something else doing. Yeah, I tend to do that sometimes a lot. So while doing that, I was here fiddling around a little bit with Excel, and it's something I want to share with you guys. Now, I try to keep track or try to keep a record of all the courses that I've done and all the courses that I will need to do in order to complete my degree at the University of the West Indies. That way I know exactly where I stand. Now, while doing so, excuse me, I came up with this progress report that I'd like to share with you guys, so that if you want to create your own, if you want to borrow mine or capture it if you want, it's fine. You can use it. Now, this is actually what it looks like. Bear with me for a moment. So here we go. So this is what my course progress report looks like. This is not actually, this is just a clean sheet, but just to put some stuff in there so you guys can know, especially for you first year, persons in first year, let me just say this. It's very, very crucial to keep track or have an idea of what you want to do, especially if you're going to be selecting the courses from early. It gives you a very systematic way to say, hey, this is where I am. So course code in the first line, then your course, the name of the course, the prerequisites if there are any, an alignment if it's a core course or an elective, the status, meaning if you've completed it, if you registered for it, the semester it's offered in, you can put in a percentage grade if you passed it, or a letter grade if you passed it. And then below, if you need any minors, you put in the courses needed for your minors. It's a very simple document you can use instead of the paper. You can just do this and you keep track of it. You can make edits to it. You can save it as you go along. And yeah, color code it if needs be. Have fun with it. Keep track of it and use it. Now, guys, I'm going to hand over to one of our fellow exec members, Tash. You can take over from here.
Hi guys. You guys hearing me?
Yes, we are.
Good day, everyone. All right, so I'll be doing the introduction for Miss Jheanell Morgan. All right, so Jheanell Morgan serves as head of the academic support unit in the Office of Student Service and Development at the UWI Mona campus. She's responsible for student advising, support, and coordinating the reorganization of advising approaches. She also deals with the incorporation of intentional strategies for effective interactions across diverse student groups. She's a two-time graduate of the University
of the West Indies, Mona, having completed a Bachelor of Arts in Media and Communication and a Master's of Arts in Higher Education, Student Personnel Administration, being trained at Florida Atlantic University's Appreciated Advising Institute. She aims to further enhance the effectiveness of student services program through leveraging appreciative advising strategies. She believes in and readily attests to its value as a holistic approach to enable students to thrive academically and otherwise. She now serves at the university as a mentor as well as a first-year experienced facilitator. Jheanell's passion and heart for students' well-being and success drives her practice. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Miss Jheanell Morgan. Miss Jheanell Morgan, welcome.
Hello, gentle people. Thank you so much, Lady Taj. Greetings and peace, profound, nice people. How are you doing? Hello.
Hello, Miss
Greetings.
Morgan. We're doing
Hi, Odin.
fine.
You look nice and clean and such. I'm not mad at it. You look lovely. Hi, Nastasia. How are you? I'm between two today, people. Like keep going away, right? Let me just put it out there. When
That's
rainfall,
okay.
you is no different. And you see this building that I'm in, it is ancient, which is why on two devices. I'm in the struggle. Let me just put it out there. So yeah, you have to just work with me today. I am here by the grace of God only, right? I am, yes, Denise. Denise, do not laugh at me. Do not laugh at me. Happy new academic year, folks. Is it safe to say that? Is it a happy one? Happy new academic year, gentle people. Look at Najani being decent. Hi, Nastasia again. I'm looking at the chat here because you see the phone versus the computer. Yes. Oh, they look so decent. Yeah, man. Oh, they look nice and clean, like him saying, ready. Ready for the academic year here, so greetings. Nastasia, how you doing? I'm talking to people whose faces I can see because I'm missing faces. I keep saying this to
That's
people.
okay.
This virtual thing, is talking to a box thing? Yeah, it's rough. So if I can't see your face, please use the mic and let me hear your voice. I am greatly appreciating it. Next thing you know, like gone and I just visit the data and then it's a different struggle, you know, so just talk to me, right? Tasha, why you laugh after me like that though? Is what? Hello. Najani, your picture look nice. Jardina, greetings. I don't say. Everybody who is here, I'm glad that you are here, first and foremost, right? So again, happy new academic year. Even if you don't feel it's a happy right now, I'm praying that it will be eventually. We're going to see what can happen for each and every one of you, right? So first off, I want to thank the Psychology Students Association for inviting me once again. I was here last year. I think I had a pretty decent time. This one is what I'm coming out strong. Listen, I really do this because I pray that the light don't go away again. Let me just tell you. While I'm doing this, I am praying that the light will go away again. Yes, right? Thank you again. Last year we did this. So the first thing I want to ask, why are we back here? Why are we doing this again? Should I ask Denise gone already? Denise invited me. Maybe I should ask Odin, why y'all wanted to do another vision board session? Can I throw it out? Why is that important?
So we here at the Psychology Students Association, we believe in setting goals, having vision and going for whatever you want. And we decided that for those who missed it last year, that segment, and for those who still have not watched our live recording of it, which is available on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, guys. For those of you who haven't watched it, here's a live session, again, with a wonderful Miss Morgan, who will take you through the options, the do's and the know-hows, and how to set your goals for what you want to achieve and work for it.
Okay, I'm all right with that. Okay, so we're working with that. So we want to see where we're going, right? Everybody's in agreement with that? Everybody kind of wants to visualize where we're going. Drop it in the chat. Are we on board with that? That's your reason for being here. Anybody has a different reason for being here today? Let me know. Right, Najani says definitely. What is your reason for needing a vision board? Drop it in the chat and let me know. Or if you agree, give me a reaction. Give me a thumbs up or a clap or something. Let me know, please and thank you. Why do you need a vision board? All right, thanks, Frederica. Denise said to keep me focused. New semester, new goals. All right. Creating structure for the goal. Okay, I'm here for that. I love that, Najani. Creating structure for your goals. Love that for sure. Frederica, I think I know that, Frederica. No, greetings. Nastasia, same. Okay, all right. We're working with it. All right, lovely. To set the pathway for success. Tasha coming out strong as well. Love that. Always good to see your goals laid out. But you don't know what to do. So the next question, if you kind of know why you need a vision board, why haven't you done one as yet? Why haven't you done one as yet?
Hi, Miss Morgan. It's Frederica.
Hi, Frederica. Greetings, love.
I'm actually, the reason why I haven't done the vision board is because I'm scared of putting things on paper. Like I have this fear that it's not gonna be perfect. And so what I keep doing is I have all the stuff there for it and I have the board. I just don't actually like get the glue and paste the stuff and, you know, actually do it.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're working with that. Tasha said, no. But the Lord is my shepherd. So Tasha, no motivation. No motivation at all. I feel like we need to excommunicate it. That cannot work. All right, go. I'm waiting on the other responses. Why have you not done one as yet? Is there anybody who you know you kind of want to do, but you don't believe in it necessarily? Anybody? Okay,
To be honest, that would be me.
Okay, go ahead, Nastasia.
Like, I know that it helps some persons, but I feel like even if I do it, it probably won't help me. Like, I'll just walk past it or something. So that's why I haven't actually done one.
Okay, so you're not so sure it will work, but you haven't actually tried it as yet.
Something like that.
Okay, so let me repeat that part now. You're not so sure it will work, but you have never tried it.
You see, I used to go to a high school where the beginning of every semester we'd have to do, basically they dedicate a day for us to just write our goals, right? And then I did it at the beginning of the semester. Up to now, I don't know where those papers are. So for me to go and do a full vision board, I just feel like it won't really help me per se.
So you and I need to have a mindset conversation here now, because you want to do the things, but you're not so sure it will work. But then you're not necessarily going into the place where you're going to actually get the things done. There's a whole heap of things not going on right now, right? So we're going to talk about that today. Let me go back to this chat here. I was going to do mine on Tuesday, but then I saw the poster for the session. Hey, all right. So you wait, all right, Ashay, we're going to work with it. You know, I believe this is the poster for this session. Look at me side eyeing Odin right now. I'm not saying anything. I write things down so much, but they get a few. Lady Denise, you and I are friends at this point, you know. Denise, I don't have a vision board. What I do have is physical planner and a digital planner. Okay, Jheanell, that sounds like a lot. So what I want to ask Jheanell, now if you don't mind sharing, are you getting things done? Because those are two good things there, physical planner and a digital planner. But are you getting the things done, Jheanell? Let me know there, please. I think it's because sometimes you get this mental where you just be like, what's meant to be. Tasha, I believe it's good, but I don't think it will make a difference for me whether I have the book. Come on, listen, I'm supposed to be a future psychologist, and I am very stressed out. Y'all are supposed to be, I'm going to need y'all in the future, you know. As a matter of fact, I needed you this year. I needed the mental health, and this is concerning. All right, so we need to, all right, let's get into it. How much time I have? Mr. Odin, 2:41 by my watch. How much time we have? Let's see how much we can dig into this. Who is my timekeeper? You're not telling me. You know I will talk. So tell me. Ooh, what's that? I got some feedback there, love. Tell me. So I'm gonna just talk. I'm gonna see if we can. Let's see if we can go and jump in the chat, right? Okay, 3:30. All right, so we're jumping into it. All right, folks. So here's the thing, we don't want to start by saying it's not going to work. Everybody knows that we can't just jump and say it's not going to work without actually starting, right? I don't know if there's anybody here who actually did the vision board. I know Odane was a part of it, Denise was a part of it last year, right? So Denise stressing me out here. So Frederica, I think, was a part of it last year as well. Denise stressing me out saying she writes it down. But what she saying? She only gets a few things done. The good thing is you're getting things done, because let's be real, anybody who knows me, my favorite quote is life happens. Things pop up. We all know the craziness that's happening now, right? So there are a few things we can control, very, very few things, right? We can control, right? So what we need to be very realistic about is what we're putting on our vision board. The idea is to have the end goal there, right, in our minds at all times. But today, what I want to talk about is what we can get done right now as soon as possible so that we can ultimately achieve the long-term goal, right? That's what we want to talk about today, right? But before we go into that, I always ask people, what is it that what are some of the life aspects that you want to focus on? And these change for persons. I have some general aspects that I always share. So when I talk about life aspects, I'm thinking emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, spiritually. And I always ask persons, when you're going into this area, what do you all think about that you need to be focusing on? So unfortunately, we do have, I wanted to do this kind of like on Google Classroom and so, but that computer having issues here now. Do you, somebody has like a piece of paper or so? Maybe I should have asked. And this is what happens when I don't know if we can, anybody can share a slide or so. We can drag it up. And we want, or even if we can't do that, you all need to have what your individual life aspects are, and you can share them. So drop it in the chat for me. What are some of the life areas that you want to focus on? Right? And you can share it with persons if you want to drop it in the chat, or you want to share it for yourself. We want to determine what those life areas are. I've shared a few. Some people might want to add financially, professionally, you know, whatever they are, you determine what those life areas are for you. Nobody not sharing what the life areas are you want to focus on. Okay, so Frederica is saying self-care, spiritually, academic, and career. Okay, okay. What are the life areas that you want to focus on? All the alleys, that's my line for sure. Okay, so Tasha is adding another one that people often forget, surprisingly: relationships, self-growth. Okay. Physical health, there we go. Hi, Colleen. Financial, okay. So this is what I want you to get in your head now. What life areas matter to you right now? Right? What do you see yourself fixing on? Love that, Megan. Mental health. Yes, we're looking at the areas that matter to you now. And as you see persons sharing, you might see that there are some other points that you yourself might not have even considered. Right? This is us looking at other life areas that we want to be including for ourselves. What areas do we want to improve? What vision do we have for ourselves that we might not have even considered? Right? But see, I hadn't even considered that self-care for some of you is clearly in and of itself separate. You understand? That's a very big deal. That says a lot for what's going on right now, right? So here we are, right? Usually when people are thinking vision boards, we're looking at, I don't know, 5-10 years from now. And that's great. When students come to campus, they tell me, oh, they want to have the degree, and after the degree, they're going to have the career by 5 and all fine. 5 years time, they're going to have the house in 10 years. Some people want to have the house in the 5 years. That's fine, right? But what if something happens and you don't necessarily have that? So we have that vision there now, which is why for today, I want the focus to be, what can we do today? What can we do for the short-term goals, right? And it's a little bit more challenging for us to say, all right, this is what we want, right? But what do we want today? We have the long-term goals there, but what do we want to do today that will get us there, right? This is what I kind of want us to think about. What do we want to do today that will get us there? Because we need to keep in mind at all times that while the ultimate goal is there, we are present today, right? And this is where I think it was Nastasia saying you don't necessarily see working and all that, but the work part is where we come in. It doesn't make sense for us to have the vision, you know, right? The vision is there, that's what we want. But the work part comes in when we say, okay, my name is Jheanell Morgan. My goal is to be, I don't know, my goal is not to be principal of any campus, but let's say that was our goal, right? What am I going to be putting in place? No. What steps am I going to be putting in place now for me to get there? This is where we're breaking down the vision, right? So now that you are there and you're thinking, I'm still allowing you here to figure out what those life areas are, right? Break them down, and I hope you're writing them down. What do you want in those life areas? You have some ideas of the life areas. What do you want out of those life areas? Spiritually, do you eventually want to be a leader in your church? Career-wise, are you going to be a big researcher in the field of psychology? Are you going to open your own practice? Are you going to join with another colleague here? Are you going to go overseas and do your PhD? What do you want out of these different life areas? For self-care, are you going to eventually open up a place where you're going to, you're going to go and take care of other persons as a part of your own self-care, because taking care of others is not just psychology, it's making sure that they're physically taking care of themselves. What do you want out of these life areas? We need a couple seconds to think about those. All right. So I hope I never stress to know too much. Sometimes when you ask people to start the dreaming, it becomes a little bit challenging. Anybody kind of got an idea as to what are some of the areas that they wanted to go under these life areas? Any visions that they had that they want to share? Anybody? If you don't want to share it aloud, feel free to message me privately, and I will speak for you. But I would love to hear from you all the big dream, the big vision under the life area. Nobody? I can pick on Anna?
I think I'd like to share mine.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so the big dream on the life area, for right now, I would like to, I want to become Let me not say that. I'm going to become a forensic psychologist, and also I'd like to dabble a little bit in human resource management. So I'll be doing both.
Okay, I love how you're putting it out there. You will be doing both. So that's a vision.
Yes, that's a
You
vision.
will be dabbling between you said forensic psychology and human resource.
Human resource management, yeah.
Both, I think we lose human resource. Love that. Love that. Thanks for sharing, Odin. That's from Jheanell. Go ahead, Jheanell.
Okay, good day, everyone. My name is Jheanell. My big dreams for the future is to definitely own my own resort, and to also become a relationship or marriage psychologist. Another thing is that I also want to become a humanitarian, a world humanitarian, an international humanitarian. I want to speak with a lot of people around the world in terms of personal development and how you can become better within yourself so that you can change the world and impact your relationships with other people. And the last thing, obviously, is that I definitely want to come up with my own line of clothing for people. And that's just a few of the things that I want.
Right now.
And thank you.
Jheanell, you are definitely dreaming big. I love that. Absolutely love that. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Rahima says, seeing a psychologist for my men, absolutely, I am agreeing with you there. Going abroad to do my master's in, okay, love that. Love that, love that, love that. All right, so those 3 persons have shared. I don't know if one more person wants to go. Those are excellent, excellent goals that we're going for there. Love that. Anybody else? So major visions that we're working towards here. Psychologists know what they're working towards for sure. Let me see. Nobody else? Well, you all had so many life areas. What about the relationships? Tashay, what about relationships? I was so looking forward to hearing about that. Mental health, we'll have someone share about mental health, academic, the self-development. Those are wonderful life areas, you know. All right, so let's go. All right, so we'll have the life areas and we'll have an idea as to what the vision is, the overarching vision, right? We need to shift now into the second gear, right? Somebody messaged me here. The dream is to become, we came up on the phone. They don't reach the computer yet. Let me see this. A clinical psychologist and helping others, but myself becoming a strong individual and a motivator. Love that. Love that. So everybody will have people sharing about improving themselves overall. And I love that people are seeing themselves furthering their education in the field of psychology. That's a very big deal. You know, we don't want persons to just stop here. We want as many mental health professionals as possible, particularly seeing what's going on with the pandemic here. Love that. All right. So we'll have the overarching vision, right, in the different life areas, right? But we don't stop there. And when Nastasia had shared, and a couple of others had shared, you know, that you might have the vision, but it kind of stops, or you might not believe it would work overall, right? The idea is to not just have the vision, but you want to put in place steps that you can say, okay, how am I going to actually achieve the vision, right? Now, a lot of persons, when you have the vision board, you just have the images up. And I think somebody had said you just have the board there and you're kind of walking past, you're walking past the photos and so, and that's true. We do have persons who do that. If you don't have the mindset where you're like, okay, this is exactly it, or you have specific photos that are going to be saying, oh yeah, this is the reminder that I have to do that. Or you have specific quotations or things that might specifically remind you as to what to do. There's a way to do the vision board so that you are specifically reminded as to the steps you need to take, right? Now, in the event that you don't do that, there are ways to do your vision board, right? So you're going to say, okay, let's use Odin, right? Odin wants to be a forensic psychologist. as well as he wants to get involved in human resources. Let's call it HRMD, right? Or then let me ask you, how are you possibly seeing steps, or what steps could you see yourself taking to get into those areas right now, right? Steps that you can take either immediately or in the very near future in order to achieve that overarching vision.
All right, so for the human resource management, I've been looking around, and instead of doing another degree in HRM, what has been brought to my attention is that I could also do a certification. Schools such as UCC offer courses in such. So that is because I just wanted to dabble really. That is something that I can undertake for that. In terms of the forensic psychology, that one is going to take some work, because that one I need the master's program that's right for me. So it's all about searching for the university, the school, whether it be locally or internationally, that has the right programs, the right classes that gears towards what I want to do in terms of whether I'm going to be doing research or more practical work. So I'm still actually doing that search right now, trying to narrow down schools. But it's all about investigation and research for me.
Okay, so you've actually started taking the steps already. You're in the
Yes.
process now of looking at programs in order for you to get to the ultimate vision, to the ultimate goal, which is being a forensic psychologist. And you're looking at programs to, what is it, certificates to get involved in HR. So
Yeah.
you're on the track already. You shouldn't even be here. You should be doing this actual presentation. That's excellent, Odin. Right? That's excellent. That's what we're talking about. We want you to be in a space where you're taking actions towards the goals that you want to achieve. But that's one life area. Should I ask you about another life area, right? Well, I'm going to leave you alone. Let me pick on Raima. Raima, can I pick on you? Can you talk, or I need you to chat? Can you talk, or do you need to type is what I should ask. Lady Raima. Look at me assuming you're a lady. I'm very much assuming. I have to type or switch your phone. Okay. All right. So type it up and quick. Are you taking any steps, or can you think of any steps towards achieving that vision there? Let me see if you can type quick. The idea here, folks, as you'd have heard Odin sharing, we don't want to just have the vision. A part of the vision board is to say, okay, how can I break it down? I've had persons who they have the vision, and under the vision, let's say you have a photo of the house, under the photo of the house, they're saying, all right, I'm going to invest with JMB. Then I'm going to be taking out 10 or 20% out of my salary each month. You know, they break down the actual steps that they're going to be taking, right? Even if they don't have it on the actual vision board, because they're going to be living in spaces with other people, they have a separate, what you would call like a notebook or so, as a reminder, or they have it in their phone, some kind of note taker, so that they're telling themselves, or they have the reminder each month, each week, however often you need to have it, as to the steps you are going to be taking, so that you are reminding yourself constantly each month, each week, so that you know what it is you need to be doing in order to go where it is that you are wanting to be at. Yes, I've already started looking at university and looking at courses that you pretty much have. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, right? So if you're not in a space mentally or wherever it is that you need to be, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, the idea is to say to yourself, what can I do in this moment, right? It doesn't have to be a physical thing. It just needs for you to start mentally. And if you're not in the mental space, who can I reach out to? You know, whose brain can I pick, or who can I ask to pick my brain? You know, maybe I need to seek out some support with a friend who has sense. People always hear me say that, you know, you don't want to just reach out to any friend. You know, who can I reach out to for some advice? Maybe I need to speak to a counselor. Maybe I need to speak to someone who is actually in the field that I intend to pursue a career in, and ask them for some advice as to the steps that I need to take in order to get to forensic psychology, or to get to master's. Maybe is it even for me? You know, let me talk to them about what the program is like, what their experience was like, and find out if it really is for me. And then if necessary, I may need to switch up my vision. You know, you might need to switch to HR completely as opposed to choosing to do clinical psychology. You know, we want to take action from now so that we, if anything, we're going to make adjustments to our vision and not just be focused on one vision at all time, because the beautiful thing about being human beings is that we are fluid and we are fully able to make the adjustments once we deem it fit to us. Right? There we go, Tasha. We're not left-handed. We want to continuously be investigating who we are, what we are about, what interests us, and what it is that we are about as we move forward. Right? So it's just like being in school. I tell people all the time, you're not learning any one thing every day. We're constantly learning about ourselves. So the visions change every day. We have persons who come in, as I'm sure you know, persons who come in and they thought they wanted to do math. When they come, they realize they want to do marketing. They thought they wanted to do research. When they look, they wanted the art. I think Odane was doing that earlier. Somebody was sharing that they wanted to do art and so on, and now they're doing something else. I have many students, I said, let's see how we can combine the two interests. You know, if you don't want to completely leave one, there are ways to do both. You know, the vision is never one that has to be necessarily eliminated. It's just for us to see how we can switch things up, unless it's a situation where, I don't know, you lose your arm, and even then persons have disabilities and still find ways to pursue the degree, the area that they're interested in, right? There we go, right? We must switch from Spanish, absolutely, right? So once we have identified these areas of interest, we have determined some steps, and if you don't know the steps you need to take, you're going to put in a little bit of research. And don't think of research as in academic research. We're just thinking of steps that we can take now or in the very near future to get where we want to go, to achieve the things that we want to achieve. You know, once we determine that they are still suited to us, right? Keeping in mind at all times that we are very much able to switch things up. Right? We can change the vision or add to the vision, or I don't know, decrease the vision, whatever you need to do. We then need to say, okay, we're going to take action, right? So we know what the steps are that we need to take, but we're not going to just write down the steps again, you know. So we have the life areas. We know we've written down the steps that we need to take, but again, we're not going to just leave them there on the paper, the reminders in the phone, and then we'll kind of swipe them to the side. And we'll leave them in the book, and we'll close the book and we'll leave it down. It's for us to say, yeah, we're going to actually get up and start moving now. That now is where I say it's your time. Because I know what I need to take most of the time, not all the time, most of the time. You now have to take that personal sense of responsibility and you say, this is my vision, my goal, my responsibility. And if I don't necessarily feel that it's something that I can do on my own, you're going to start calling some other people and you're going to be like, all right, I need your help. This is where you start recruit persons. Who said they wanted to start a resort? I can't remember who said they wanted to start a resort. You're definitely going to need some help there. So you're going to say, all right, who can invest with me? Who can do this? You want to be a humanitarian? Let me see who I can work with. Let me link with UN if that's something you want to do. Yes, Jheanell, let me go work with Rotaract or whichever associations. Let me start networking if I want to be a humanitarian. Let me build my network and so on, so that I am in fact making sure I'm the woman that I want to be. You know, if I want to be the forensic psychologist, let me make the networks again with the forensic psychologists around me, or persons who are aware of forensic psychologists, so that I can get into that network and they can build me while I am also building myself to be like them or be better than them. That's you taking action, right? It's not this vision board thing, and people talk a lot about manifesting and so on. But it's so much bigger than just having the vision and speaking it out loud. You have to act. The taking action part is a very, very, very big deal, gentle people. And people tend to forget about that part. There's no way you can just be having this fantastic dream and all of that, and you just sit down and dream, dream, dream. Or you're manifesting and all you're doing is talking. You say, oh, I want a nice house. That's I'm manifesting by speaking. Manifesting, this is what I want. I want the nice house, and I'm putting it out there. Yes, but then you're not working. Or a buying lotto. You know, that is it. That is me manifesting. I'm going to buy. That's it. That works for very, very few people. What actions are you going to take place, whether each day, each week, each month, in order to get you to the very place that you want to be? You know, that's what we want to do. Get yourself in that mindset. And again, if you can't get yourself there, let's find the persons, the support system to do that for you, to help you get there. That's a very critical part of it, because the truth is, and you all know this, not everybody can do it on their own, right? So let's always keep that part in mind. It's not just about the dreaming big. You know, it's not always just about saying, this is what I want, that's a vision. When are we going to shift into gear and saying, all right, this is today. What actions can I take today to get me where I want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even in the midst of a pandemic? What small steps can I take? Just using the computer, using Zoom, using Google. What actions can I take now to get me where I want to be, even next semester? Say January 2022, I want to come out strong. I want to be applying for master's degrees for when you generally apply. Yeah, about November, December, thereabout, you want to start applying. So I want to say by next year, March, February, March, I have completed all my applications, and I should be getting my acceptance for next year. That's what I want to do. So you're starting from now. Have the goals in mind, and you're starting the steps. You're saying every hour, each day you're looking at another university. For my relationships, every hour each day I'm going to spend time with my significant other. Even if it means we're going to be sitting down for a little bit and studying together, I'm going to spend time. For my self-care, if it means sleeping a little bit longer, I'm going to do that. Because these things I know matter to me and matter to where I am going. Take action so that the life areas that matter to you, spiritually, mentally, physically, socially, academic, all of the alleys, anything you need to do, make sure at least once a week. At least once a week, check in with yourself, do your self-audit. Have I touched the life area that matters the most to me? Take action and make sure that you have checked in with yourself so that you have taken a little bit of time for you as best as possible. And you can say you have taken action towards one of your goals as best as possible. All right. So I don't know if anybody has identified some goals. It's been a lot of talking on my end. Anybody has identified some goals? Now is the time when I kind of want you to be sitting down. The challenge with this virtual thing and not having is that we can't see. Usually I would ask people to share a goal. You know, I think how much time I have. I don't know if we can do that now. I don't know if everybody has a photo or so. So usually some people have photos on their phones. You know, does anybody have one of that, a photo that you want to share to say this is kind of something that I've been working towards? That's something that I usually ask. You know, if you want to do that and share with us, that's something that I usually like to see. You know, that's something that I think we should be able to do if we have the time. You know, and just share with others so that we know what we're working towards individually. But I'm just encouraging you all again to keep those things in mind, and don't forget to take the action part as you move forward. All right. Anybody has a photo? I give you a 1 minute to find a photo of a goal that you're going to be working towards, or a photo that indicates an action that you're going to take to achieve the goals that you have in mind, or a goal that you have in mind. Who looking for the photo? This is me hoping that everybody looking for the photo, you know, and then everybody going to show me one photo. Go ahead, Rayma. I think, oh, I might be, is she able to share a screen? I think I might be giving you privilege. Yeah, I might have to give you privileges there, Raymond. Give them a sec. So Dana, she have the opportunity to share now?
Just give me 1 minute. I'm working on that one currently.
All right.
You can try it now. I think I changed it to all participants, so you can try to see if you can share now.
Oh dear, look at that. Mm-hmm. Texas is where you want to live as well, Rayma? Mighty, it's a big house. I'm not mad at your car at all, though. Not mad at all. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Texas is known for the big houses for sure. All right, Texas has some good universities as well. Some fantastic universities, actually. One more person. What is this? Ah, this is UNA session, yes. Okay. Love that. Aw, look at you, Tasha. That's sweet. All right. Anybody else wants to go? Is there anybody else who want, I noticed I have a couple of people who want to do psychology as well as something else. Anybody else solely focused on psychology or also wants to do psychology and something else? Psychology and a resort, psychology and HR. Anybody else wants to combine things? Solely psychology for Tasha. Okay. I think it's very interesting, the combining of interests. I always find that very interesting. Who are the rest of the people? Megan, Giovanni, That's where we went. Colleen Jordina. Criminology. That's interesting. Psychology and Spanish. Wow. All right. I'm here for being multilingual at all times. Hold on now. Giovanni's this is interesting. All right. This is something that's happening already. Giovanni, I want to know what this is. This is me being fast. This is me being very fast. This looks lovely.
Not sure if you're hearing me.
Yes, man, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm not actually a part of the club as yet. I saw the flyer and I decided to join, but Giovanni's project is something that I've been thinking about doing because my ultimate goal is to have my own company, but I don't know what the company will be as yet. So I'm starting with a graphics design type business at this time. It's not up as yet because I'm having issues balancing everything that I have to be doing, which is why I am here to really understand how I can do the vision board and so forth. But yes, this is the plan that I have for now to start a graphics design business, which is called Giovanni's Projects.
But this is lovely. What do you, so you're a student. What do you study, Giovanni?
I actually study, I'm majoring in accounting right now.
You major in accounting, but you have an interest in graphic designing?
Yes.
So do you have any experience in graphic designing at all?
Well, I taught myself how to do it, actually, to do graphics design. So yes, I do about 6 months worth of experience. I've been doing different things already. For instance, a YouTube, not my YouTube channel, but I had a friend who was interested in YouTube, and so I started doing the video editing for them, also doing their logos and all of those stuff. Like, I'm a part of my church as well, so anything they ask for in design sense, I do it as well, and so forth. So yes, I do have hands-on experience in graphics design.
Right. All right. So at steps, not even a step, steps that you would need to take then, what year are you in? That's a question I need to ask, because we need to think courses here. What year are you in?
I'm in second year right now.
Second year, all right. So there are courses you can take if the focus that you want to look at is starting a business and you're not so sure. You already have experience in designing, and if you want to improve that, of course, you can do that on your own. But if the focus is a business, there are a number of business courses that you can take, Have you done any of those? Entrepreneurship courses you can take, business courses you can take, marketing courses, any areas that you are not so clear on that you want to strengthen, there are a number of courses you can take. Use your free electives to do those. Those are some actions you can take now to help you prepare to start your own business.
Yes, I've been thinking about it, to look into another course that I can join to further my knowledge on graphics design. So yes, I will be looking into that.
Yeah, man. Well, listen. This is a fantastic vision. The fact that you have this already is a very big deal. I commend you for that wholeheartedly, for sure. Just see the resources around you is what we need to look at to see where we can get you to the next step and figure things out. Yeah. This is lovely. And listen. This is the Karamak side of me now looking at that and saying, yeah, we need to see where we can go with that. Use the actual courses that we have to get you to the space where you're like, this is it now, right? Congratulations, man. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Done. Yeah, absolutely, Tasha. A guy with all of you have the vision. As I said, people don't lack vision. They might forget it. It's not the lacking of vision. I tell people that all the time, because once you have somebody who will dig a little deeper, it's usually there. It's often there. It's just for them to find it again. And all the people, they lack vision. It's there. Things prevent them from remembering what it is that they want to achieve. But it's there. Oftentimes you just need somebody to kind of prick them a little bit and be like, what it is that you want. That's why I love my job. Sitting down with people and being like, yeah, what is it that you want to do? Let's remind you. And even if it's not me, point it to somebody else and be like, this is exactly what it is. Refer the person, right? That's a brilliant thing. And the things that you mentioned, the criminology that Tasha, listen, I'm loving the fact that we're not just thinking of psychology here. Let's come together and see how we can combine the interests. When we're talking about art rather, and psychology, I can think of this is my brain working a million ways. How can we combine art and psychology? That's how I sit down and I'm like, let's combine the interests again and create a different kind of psychology service. That's just me, because there's no one way to do anything. Because like I was just tell students, there's no one way to learn. It's just to do things differently, right? So I'm here for this kind of energy. Don't think you're limited to any one thing. Dream as big as you want. Dream as big as you want. If your interests change, that's fine. Just continue to dream big. Determine the steps that you need to take, and then let's get moving. Let's get moving. All right. If there are no questions, and I don't think anybody has questions for me. Anybody wants to share an idea? You're not so sure how to get there. Gotta find me. Well, let me do that. That's my last share. This is my contact information. 876-371-2047 for my persons who are auditory learners. You can get me on WhatsApp there, 876-371-2047. You can also shoot me an email at jheanell.morgan03@uemona.edu.jn. And my Jheanell is JHEANELL, right? And listen, I tell people all the time, you see it up there. I love to chat. I'm just the person who sit down and we're going to brainstorm and figure things out. I never pretend to be the person who has all the ideas. You're the person with the ideas. I just sit down and I pick your brain. That's it. I pick your brain, you pick my brain, and together we'll come up with something, and then you go there and execute. That's how I do things. All right. I'm always here as best as possible. I tend to do voice notes because it's, of course, a whole heap of things we're doing, but I will answer your message as soon as possible. All right. I had a lovely time with y'all. We'll do it as quick as possible, and we're right up to the time. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time again. I was trying to finish at 3:20. I would, Giovanni just nice me up with that logo. I love a good logo. I'm sorry. I do. I love a good logo. All right. Thank y'all. Have a wonderful rest of the evening and a wonderful semester, guys. If you need me, shoot me a message and I'll see how best I can assist you. All right. All the best and take care. Bye.
Okay. You guys hearing me?
Yeah, we are.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, Miss Morgan, we really, 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 truly appreciate you coming and sharing today. Well received, and I hope that as you continue just to encourage other people and to just like say prick them. I hope that you continue in your success too, and you will just to be flawless and to be you. So just want to say thank you for coming, and we do hope that when we call again next year, you will be here, be with us to share. And I also want to thank you guys. We have come to
Oh, sorry guys, it seems you might have lost Ash.
yes, I'm saying we have come to the end of another meeting. Yes, so we have come to the end of another meeting. I am just going to ask Nastasia just to give us a 2 minutes, or no, not 2 minutes, like a short prayer. Then we will close.
All right, so I will be closing in place of Nastasia because I know she's having a bit of issue with her mic currently. Apologies on her behalf. So, excuse me. Heavenly Father, as I come before your precious name today, oh God, I just want to give you thanks for what you've done, mighty God, and what you will continue to do. You have blessed us with this day. You have blessed us with this session to allow us to learn a little bit more for whatever we set out to achieve, how to plan and execute, mighty God. You've given us a little bit more direction, mighty God. And I know that you will continue to order our steps, mighty God, as your word that says, Father, I just want to give you thanks for the lovely, lovely Miss Jheanell Morgan that you've placed in the heart of the University of West Indies, mighty God. She's a mighty moving force, mighty God, and she's doing amazing work on your behalf, Jesus. Ask that you continue to bless and guide her, mighty God, and continue to multiply, mighty God, in your life, Jesus. Thank you for the PSA, the exec members, each and every member that is aspiring to do whatever they're doing, mighty God. I thank you for those who will join us soon, mighty God. And we just want to give you thanks for all that you've done. In Jesus' name, amen.
Okay, thank you, Adine. All right, guys, so we want to thank you for joining, and please don't forget that we will be here every Thursday. So just save us a spot and come. We always have something to share. And as you learned today about setting your goals and just seeing it through and just finding something, take action as you go throughout this week and the rest of the school terms. Just continue to do what you can do, that your end will be a success. Bye,
All right,
guys.
guys. And also before we go, the register was sent in the chat. For those of you who haven't signed it, as I please remember to sign. We're closing the register at 4 p.m. Can't remember, yeah, 4 p.m. We're closing at 4:30. Yeah, we're closing the register at 4:30. So please remember to sign the register and drop off the information from there. All right. Thanks again, guys. Have a good remainder of your day. Everyone.